Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to my hobby blog. Today I'm very excited to be reviewing volumes 17 through 19 of Berserk. So we are still sort of in the conviction arc, which is really fascinating because this is a very sort of short arc compared to the other arcs like Golden Age. And I was looking ahead, looking at the amount of chapters or volumes that were in the next one, which is called Millennium Falcon, I believe. And there's like many more volumes in that one, so I'm really excited for that. But I only have 2 volumes left after these 3 to read. And then I'm done with the Conviction arc, and then we'll be on to the Millennium Falcon, which I'm really curious about what that means. Millennium Falcon makes me think of Star Wars, of course, but also the part about the Falcon and Millennium, 1,000 years of Falcon rule, maybe, I don't know. But volume 17 was really fascinating because we start off with Guts being imprisoned by Farnese, who is one of the Holy Iron Chain Knights. She's sort of the captain, and there's just so many fascinating moments with Farnese. We really got a lot of new details and a lot of world building surrounding her character and sort of the experiences that she went into or that she's gone through. And I sort of complained about her character in the previous videos and in the previous reviews because I didn't really know, or I wasn't really invested in her, but now that we got all of her behind the scenes and all her background, I care a lot more now. So that's definitely something I've turned around on. And Guts is trying to find Casca. And it's during these volumes that we see her again, and she's around this Tower of Conviction, which is this sort of demonic tower that a lot of people avoid. And there's a lot of refugees around this tower who are looking for any sort of food or shelter, anything. And these Holy Iron Chain Knights keep coming in, trying to keep all of the sort of heretics out of the area. And there's a moment, I believe in volume 18, where everything just sort of goes crazy because we have a moment where Casca is with the prostitutes like Nina and it's Nina and Luca. I believe her name is Luca. And Casca is just sort of mute. She's being taken care of by the other prostitutes. But we don't really know, like, no one really knows who she is, what she's come from. They find the brand on her chest, and so they're like, yeah, she must be important to somebody. And so they take care of her for a while, but eventually things go crazy because the one of the prostitutes, Nina, she leads Luca, I believe, to the goat sort of apostle guy. And he's collecting all of these sacrifices in this cave. And it's like the most satanic, heavy imagery that we get in this volume. And I loved it. I absolutely loved this section with the goat. And I thought that was such a, like, nasty, nasty creature. And I loved the moments when we just see all of the dancers and the naked. They're just dancing around this fire. Everything's like, it gives me a lot of like Witch vibes, like by Robert Eggers from 2017, I believe, or 2014. And like sort of that scene towards the end where Anya Taylor-Joy sees the circle of witches dancing around the fire. It's a very similar moment in this volume. And I just love that. I don't know. I just love the imagery of, you know, all this evil stuff going on, these evil rituals. And you have this goat guy talking about sacrifices. And he turns into an apostle because Casca begins to bleed through her brand. And she's taken by the goat guy, and all that shit happens. And thankfully, Guts comes out of nowhere and chops the arm off this goat guy and this goat apostle. And Casca is sort of rescued and is taken by Isidro, who is this boy that Guts meets. And this boy is like, I can protect myself. You know, I can be a warrior. I want to protect and be able to defend other people. And Puck is talking to him, and I just really love the sort of the conversations that Isidro, Puck, and Guts have, because Guts definitely sees himself in this boy with his background. And then Puck is trying to tell him, like, yeah, you know, don't get in the way of Guts, you know. You can follow us, but if you piss off Guts, he's not going to let you follow us. So, you know, just, you know, stay out of the way of Guts and let him do his thing. And I just really enjoyed the character of Isidro. I thought he was really fun. He brought in, like, a really, I guess, like a Han Solo type of vibe or tone to the manga, and I really enjoyed that. It was just a lot of fun getting him kind of going back and forth with all these villains, because the first time we see him, he has all this food, and all these adults come up, and they're like, you know, hey kid, give me your food, like right now, like fuck you, like this is our food, you know. And the kid is like, hey, pick on someone your own size. And then they all fall down, and more of the adults come, and they're like, hey, have you seen the Kushan army? Are they nearby? And this kid is like, yeah, they're nearby. And they're like, wait, none of these people who are down on the ground are bleeding. None of them have wounds. What, is it your fault, kid? And they try to go after him, but Guts shows up and kills them all off and rescues Isidro. And then we get an appearance by the Kushan, I believe is how you pronounce it, army. And they're sort of like a Fremen, Aiel type of warrior and warrior organization, I guess. And they're really cool, but they're just in and out of the manga very quickly. So I hope we do get more with them, because they seem really cool. They have cool weapons. They jump around everywhere. I do hope we get more with the Kushan army later in the manga. But back to the goat ritual. Guts is going with Isidro and finds Casca, and whose name is Elaine, to the prostitutes, which is funny to me as a Wheel of Time guy, because there's Elaine in Wheel of Time. And she's totally different. It's just the name. It just reminded me of Wheel of Time, and I like Wheel of Time, so it was fun. But, so Guts rescues Casca in the last moment before she is taken by this goat, and all the shadows just come out of the ground and start taking people. And that's when Farnese and her Holy Iron Chain Knights show up and kill off a lot of the naked worshippers, I guess. And Guts and Isidro are able to run off because Casca is taken by the Holy Iron Chain Knights. There's a lot going on here, and I'm trying to keep this straight in my head, but I ended up reading 2 volumes back to back yesterday because it had been so long, and so I apologize if I have any details sort of mixed up or whatever. But that entire sequence with the torturers, because we go to that after the goat section, and that was so nasty. I thought that was the nastiest section in this manga yet, aside from the Eclipse, obviously. But seeing all those people getting tortured, and then thinking that Casca was going to be tortured as well, was a lot to deal with. But thankfully, she is not tortured, but instead she is taken by this, like, shadow creature that instantly sort of vaporizes the flesh off of people, and bones fall out of it. But with Casca, it doesn't do that. It just takes her to another location. So we don't know where she is anymore. Guts almost rescues her, but is unable to, so that's really sad. And we only have 2 more volumes left in this arc, so I'm really worried about Casca, actually. And I really hope that she does not end up going through even more shit, but I know this is Berserk, so I have to prepare myself. But, yeah, it's only 2 more volumes. I think I will finish the 2 volumes and then just do a quick video, and then we'll get started with the new arc, Millennium Falcon, which is really exciting. I'm really excited for that. The artwork in these 3 volumes that I read was just incredible. There's a really nasty moment, and I believe volume 17, where there's a horse apostle that sort of, if you know the scene, you know it. I don't want to go into any details, but that was a really disgusting scene. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because my friend who I talked to about the series a lot, he said that was a sort of big WTF moment that a lot of the fandom experienced. And I guess it's just a famous moment. So I wanted to mention that and just say it was nasty. I thought the artwork was insane, very detailed. Kentaro Miura is just very impressive. I think he is, without a doubt, the best manga drawer or artist in the sphere. And it's really sad going through the series knowing that he's not making this stuff anymore, making the series anymore, because he died. And it's just, the more that I read this series, the sadder I get. Because this series is just so special. I really enjoy it. But I'm about halfway now, halfway done. I'm almost caught up, I feel like. I'm going fast, but I'm also doing One Piece, so I think that'll be what I do for the rest of the day. I don't know yet, but thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know what you think of Berserk and what you think about my sort of what I've caught on to and what I enjoy, I guess. But thank you all so much for watching, and please have a great rest of the day.